It's the game mode that has every bingo player wake up in a cold sweat. Pinball Warrior. Hooah! In this mode, we'll have every player race against the clock on the exact same board to see who can claim as many points as possible. Whoever has the most points at the end of the time limit will be able to claim the title of Pinball Warrior Champion. Whatcha! With ties broken by whoever gets their final score fastest. Though if you think it's that easy, you clearly haven't seen pinball before. The Bingo Wizards have crafted a diabolical board designed to test even the most hardened veterans of bingo. In fact, why don't we give them a sneak peek of what we have in store for our players this time? Yo, Ace, break it down for these Rudies.
In this season, the board consists of 5 types of squares, each corresponding to a type of tape soul that can be unlocked and collected. For every tape soul that is picked up, players can mark a corresponding square of their choice. But can bingo players really handle this much freedom?
Buckle up, kiddies. Let's begin another match of Pinball Warrior.
And we are back with kind of a bonus episode, I guess, of Pinball. Much like last season, 7th Ace, not Travi this season, but Travi's here in our hearts, decided, what is the perfect pinball board? And went away...
You can pretend one of these players is Krabby if that makes you feel better.
Yeah. Travi on the right, Ace on the left, even if they both say 7th Ace or variants of that.
So interestingly, Ace is going Dogen and Shibuya first, which is not like the most common move we've seen from other teams. We've seen people generally more inclined to split up into different subsections of the map to start. But
yeah, I haven't seen this yet. Much like last time we did a Perfect Pinball project, I was like, I'm going to save this for the commentary. But I do have some insight into how Ace's mind was working in terms of board, point acquisition, and that very much was, I need special souls. Like everything else, you kind of get in the process of special souls, but I need special souls. When it looks like Ace has grabbed the tape in Dogen, but isn't going to fully commit, which makes me wonder if we're going to see Ace number 2 go into Dogen coming out of Shibuya. So getting
that would be
co-op
interesting.
action.
Yeah. Solo co-op. Yeah, no, I think that's... If you know what the board looks like, that's like a very good way to approach this is, okay, what are the fastest specials? What are the specials I can do most efficiently? And then from there, what else can I do while I'm doing that?
Yeah. When we're seeing 99 special, it's, absolute, specials are going to be numero uno, I think, for the entirety of this, which...
Yeah. And we're seeing the specials that we have been saying all along are pretty quick and efficient. Like we saw Shibuya, we're seeing 99th and Tekage. I would assume we're gonna see maybe some like co-op duo action, maybe some of the further into Dark Side specials. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. That'll be really funny for the commentary.
I mean, one of the things Ace pointed out is in terms of special souls in the game, there's, I think, 13 levels, but obviously only 11 of them actually have special souls for the purposes of this. So, 9 squares on the board that you've got to obtain. That's a majority of the levels in the game. You have to just get the special soul if you want to try and get as many bingos as possible.
Yeah, so at the most extreme interpretation of this, which 2 levels are the slowest specials is what you have to figure out.
Yeah, and a big fan of Ace's little routing there, both getting the special soul in the centre of 99th Street and also getting that soul on the parasol, and also getting points on the way out, so kind of...
Yeah, a nice clean line, kind of in and out.
And air, it's all that kind of very well routed, no problems at all. You're seeing Ace go into Garage on Ace number 2 and going into Dogen, that makes sense. So that'll be where the co-op comes into play.
Yeah. So presumably going to full cleared Dogen.
I would imagine so.
Because of this convenient unlock sequence. Going into SDPP on Ace 1, I think this is the first player we've seen like properly go into Skyscraper.
Yeah, I mean, SDPP isn't a square you would assume to be beneficial, right? Like, the special is a time waster in many ways.
Yeah, I certainly assumed that the level was too big to be worthwhile.
But maybe if
And
you're
also-
just going special, that's all you need.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And
And this
special.
probably lets them avoid, like, going deeper into some of the sewer levels for specials later if they need.
Well, one thing that's only just occurred to me, right, is 2 levels that you can avoid for Special Soul. Kibo is a no-brainer. You never want to go to Kibo. You've got to, even if you got the God tier wall, it's not worth it because you've got to climb to the top, and you've got to go back down, and you've got to actually leave the level. It's such a hassle.
Yeah.
Which also
They-
means that out of the 4 levels connected to Rokokudai Heights, 1 of them is a no-go. 2 of them don't have a Special Soul full stop. So maybe what we're going to see is just FRZ is a no-go. You just climb Rokokudai Heights at this stage in the game.
Yeah, what I was going to say is that, like, without the context of having to move from level to level, I would say that probably the 3 slowest specials are, oh, I lost my train of thought. Kibo, and then, like, either FRZ or Skyscraper, but the fact that not doing both Kibo and FRZ means you don't really have to go into sewers at all makes this SDPP much more worth it.
I mean, we're seeing a good old classic special knock. I'm thinking we didn't actually see Chuo, so FRZ is still on the menu, I'd imagine.
Oh yeah, I guess that's true, especially with Ace 1, or Ace 2 actually, in RDH now.
Yeah. Which I suppose makes sense. I think, like, in the grand scheme of things, the actual special unlock, it's more of a sequence to get to the point where you can actually unlock the square rather than, you know, or actually unlock the tape rather than actually unlocking the soul and the actual condition to pick it up. So
Yeah.
Ace getting a few extra squares over in Sky Dino.
Yeah, the hard part about FRZ is just that it's so giant, and you have to, like, navigate around a decent amount to get the tape and then unlock special and then pick it up. But Chuo is also a pretty big time waster, so
Yeah.
I would believe that FRZ could be faster.
With the amount of time you'd have to spend in Churro, you know, kind of backtracking through half the level and then going through that half of the level and doing an extra, like, quarter of the level just to pick up the soul, I can definitely see FRZ being a more vertical level being more worthwhile here. Ace opting to pick up some more squares in SDPP.
I assume this
Makes
is
sense.
them getting the special that they unlocked earlier.
Oh,
They,
yes, that's a
like-
good point. They didn't actually pick that up yet.
Yeah, they unlocked it, went into Dino, and then are picking this up, like, on the way out, which is some good routing.
Yeah, I mean, that's 3/4 of the timing, or the time allotted, and 2 specials left to get on the board. So really, you know, mopping up a grind combo, a tricks, 2 points. I mean, if you really
So-
wanted to, you know, bottom point is 3 points, but I imagine between FRZ and Highway 0, that will get accounted for, no problem.
Yeah, so Highway 0 you can get grind. If you're getting special anyway, you can get tricks pretty easily. Or not tricks, points rather. And then FRZ, maybe they'll grab the tricks and the other points. Or maybe they won't get everything, who knows.
I mean, it'd be interesting to see exactly how many squares can be obtained, because we've already seen Ace put a lot of thought into this routing. Obviously gets that jump into the FRZ spot. Is this a pre-unlock
Is this...
on the tape?
This isn't the first time we've seen FRZ in Pinball, right? One other team went here.
I genuinely can't remember. I think maybe we saw one.
I think Yayo and Ryomi were here very briefly.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to appreciate that Highway Zero pre-unlock before hitting the tape.
Yeah, that was cool.
Very useful when you want to save a few seconds. I mean, there's just 50 seconds more or less left, and both aces are in the Muppet phase. They're just getting all the squares they can.
I was gonna say, let's see if 2 copies of Ace can pick up 6 souls in a minute. Looking increasingly likely.
Yeah, I mean, grind combo and special, and we're not seeing anything else in FRZ, it would seem. So it looks like it is just a rush from ace number 1.
Both are kind of in a line, so... Oh, this is down to the wire.
It's 15 seconds left, that's the grind combo.
Oh, grind wasn't even unlocked. That's crazy. Okay, go Ace, go.
Oh, and then the boost jump into the soul with 2 seconds left, and that is a full board.
That's crazy.
I didn't
Let's
know
go,
if
Ace.
it could be done. Ace has proven it can.
It can. And I bet you could, like, optimize that a little further by having actual co-op happening.
Yeah.
I bet you could do that a little bit faster.
Yeah, but even then, like, just getting a full board. If anyone got full boards during the main matches, I would have thrown my hat out the window that I'm not wearing.
My socks have been blown off.
Yeah.